Good morning, students. Now we will be continuing with our lecture 2 of lesson crop production. We have done on that day methods of crop production. That means in that we have done the preparation of soil. What is the advantage of preparation of soil and what is doing when we are preparing the soil? We are loosening the soil and we are turning the soil. What are the advantage of loosening the soil? We have already done that. That means 4 or 5 points we have discussed on that day. We will be continuing with that only. First we will make a reading, then we will come on to the understanding part. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called tilling or plugging. It is carried out by using a wooden or iron plug which is pulled either by animals or by tractors. Iron plugs are more popular these days. Tilled soil may have big lumps of soil. These need to be crushed and the soil leveled. This is done with the help of a wooden or iron leveler. Leveling also prevents erosion of soil by wind or water. Table 1.2 lists some common implements used in agriculture. What is that table saying? Soil preparation, what tool is being used? A wooden or iron plug, wooden or iron leveler. Sowing means we can use sow with the help of seed drill, hand sowing and plugs. Manuring, with drill we can manure or manually. Manure means providing fertilizers and pesticides, adding pesticides. Irrigation means tube wells or sprinklers. Weeding, we are doing weeding with the help of a khurpa. And crop production with the help of a sprayer, aerial sprayer. Aeroplanes were also used. Next, harvesting is done with the help of a sickle. Sickle means dati. Threshing, that means we can use the threshers also. Combines today we are using. Animals also. Animals will place their foot on the harvested crop, then threshing will be done. Storage, in jute bags we can store, or in metal containers we can store. First of all, we will be starting with this paragraph. That means what is plugging? That means when you are loosening and turning the soil. When you are loosening and turning the soil, you are losing the soil, you are turning the soil. That is plugging. Plugging involves two concepts. One is soil, loosening the soil and turning the soil. How we are doing the plugging? We are doing the plugging with the help of a wooden plug like this, or we are doing the plugging with the help of a iron plug. This iron plug or this wooden plug, either it is pulled by either animals or it is pulled by nowadays tractors. When you are plugging the soil, that means big pieces of soils will be available in the field. That is known as the big lumps of soil, like this. In soil you will see like this big pieces of soil. They need to be crushed. That means they need to be crushed. And when they are crushed, soil will become leveled. And we are leveling the soil with the help of either wooden leveler or with the help of an iron leveler. When we are leveling the soil, we are also preventing the soil erosion by wind, because if the soil is leveled, that means there is less chances that upper soil will be carried by a wind or water. Means big pieces of soil, just like in the shape of rocks, but these are the pieces of soil. They are created when we are plugging the soil. They are known as the crumbs or big lumps of soil. and they need to be crushed, and they are crushed with the help of a wooden or iron leveler. And what is the advantage of leveling? This question can also be asked. What is the advantage of leveling? It is preventing the soil from soil erosion by wind or water. Here they have given us the table. That means you know that we have discussed these are the steps we are using in agriculture. How this means what kind of machines are being used in this steps that are being used in agriculture. Like we are doing the plugging with the help of iron plug. We are doing the leveling with the help of an iron leveler. How we are sowing the seeds, we are sowing with the help of a hand. That means we are placing the seeds into the soil with the help of a hand. How we are supplying fertilizers and pesticides to the soil with the help of a hand also. How we are providing water to the soil with the help of tube wells. How we are removing the unwanted plant from the crop with the help of a hand also, and sickle also. How we are protecting our crop by aerial spray. Likewise, in earlier times aeroplanes were used to spray in the air. How we are cutting our crops, harvesting means with the help of a sickle. How we are separating grains from the stalk, that is threshing, with the help of a combine. Stalk is this, and you know that, and on that grains are available. This is stalk. We are separating this grain from this stalk. This is stalk, and this is grains with the help of a combine. How we are storing the grains in jute bags also, in metal containers also. This is a concept. Now the second concept is, on that day we have done the various steps. First is preparation of soil. We have prepared the soil. How? By loosening the soil, by leveling the soil. Now we will sow the seed. Before sowing the seed, we need to remember some points. First of all, I will make a reading. While sowing, the following points need to be kept in mind. Seeds should be of good quality, healthy, and free from diseases. They must be planted at the proper depth in the soil. If planted deep in the soil, they can't respire, and their shoots may not be able to push through the soil. If planted on the surface, they will be eaten by birds. Seeds require water for germination. The soil should therefore have water in it. However, if there is too much water, seeds will not germinate properly. Seeds should be sown at proper distance. If they are too close, they will not get enough water, sunlight, and nutrients. If they are too far apart, there is wastage of field space. Seeds can be sown manually or by seed drills. They are sown manually by sprinkling them into the soil by hand. This process is called broadcasting. It has disadvantages that seeds are unevenly distributed in the field. First of all, we will make the understanding up to this concept. While placing the seeds, before placing the seeds into the soil, what main points should be in our mind? First of all, when you are going to the market, you should buy the seeds that should be of good quality, and they should be free from diseases, and they should be healthy. When you are sowing the seed, you must sow them at the proper depth in the soil. Proper depth. If they are properly deep in the soil, they will not be easily eaten by the birds. And when they go deep in the soil, they will have that means soil will give them maximum support. Soil will provide them maximum support. At the same time, you should keep one point in your mind, that they should be placed not very deep in the soil. Sufficient deep should be there. If they are means placed in the soil at too depth, that means they will not get the proper amount of oxygen, and if they not get the proper amount of oxygen, they will not have their proper growth, and if they will not have proper growth, we will not get the crops. And if they are means sown at the upper surface of the soil, they will be eaten by the birds. That means you should be very careful while sowing the seeds. You should place them at proper depth, that is not too deep and that is not at the upper surface of the soil. You should keep this in mind, proper depth should be there. If too deep means they will not get oxygen. Not oxygen means not a proper growth. They will not get proper growth. If they are placed on the top of soil, they will be easily eaten by the birds. Those seeds will be eaten by the birds. Next concept is, you know that water is required by the seeds. Why? For germination. That means soil should be moist when seeds are placed in the soil. If soil is not moist, seed will not germinate. What is germination? That means seed will destroy itself and a root part will grow out of the seed. When a seed is placed in soil, it will means burst, it will destroy itself, a root part will grow and a shoot part will grow. This is the concept of germination. So before sowing the seeds, soil should have proper amount of water in it. So if proper amount of water is present in the soil, that means seeds will easily germinate. If not, if suppose you have supplied too much water, seeds will not germinate properly. Means only soil must have water, but in very less amount. If it is provided in more amount, germination will not be there. So question can also be asked from this topic also. That means you have supplied too much of water to the soil, but these seeds are not growing. What is the reason behind that? So now we have discussed this third point. What are the main points that we should keep in mind? Means there should be very less amount of water should be supplied to the soil before sowing the seeds. Too much water will not germinate properly. Seeds, they should be placed at a proper distance. That means if you are placing one seed at this here in the soil, there should be a proper distance between two seeds. Why there should be proper distance? If they are too close, they will not get what they will not get. They will not get proper amount of water, they will not get proper amount of sunlight, and they will not get proper amount of nutrients. That means if they are too close, they will not get proper water, proper sunlight, proper nutrient. If they will not get these three things, how will they have their growth? How they will germinate? No, we will be wasting our seeds only. So seeds should be sown at proper distance. And if they are too far away, if we are means placing the seeds too far away, that means we are wasting our field space. This is also a loss. That means if we use the space in a proper way, we can make a lot of money from that crop. And if we are wasting the space, we are not going to get the money, because very less number of plants are available for that crop. And if we are sowing the seeds at a proper distance, we will get good amount of money from that field. This is a fourth point. So you should remember these points. What are these points? Mean first point is proper depth. Second concept is proper water. Third concept is proper distance. So a question will come from this. What point should be kept in mind while sowing these seeds? You should make a question from this. What points should be kept in mind while sowing the seeds in the soil? And next concept is on that day means this table you have to remember, means you have to remember what kind of machines we are using for these steps. This can also be asked. How we can place the seeds in the soil? With the help of hand or by seed drills. What is like this? This means this is a concept of seed drill. That means now, these days we are not using the animals, we are using the modern tractors, and this seed drill, its shape has changed now a lot, because this woman is placing a single seed. Now we are placing 7 or 8 seeds at the same time. When you are means placing the seeds with the help of a hand in soil, that means you are placing the seeds with the help of a hand in soil. That is the concept of broadcasting. Broadcasting is a process in which seeds are placed into soil with the help of a hand. But when you are means placing the seeds in the soil, that means some area of the field will get more seeds and some area of the field will get less seeds. This is a disadvantage of broadcasting. Make a question: what is the disadvantage? What is the disadvantage of broadcasting? If you are means placing the seeds with the help of broadcasting, some area of the field will get more amount of seeds and some area of the field will get less amount of seeds. This is the disadvantages.